Recording in progress.
Good morning everyone, it's Jamie from Island Yoga UK. Welcome to one of my 45-minute Hatha Yoga sessions. So as always, let's find our comfortable seated position on the mat. Spine uplifted, shoulders relaxed, and just gently close your eyes. Allow your breath to find its own natural rhythm. Don't try to change it in any way, just be the observer. And watch your breath as it flows. Feel your body's reaction to each and every breath. Observe your mind and see the connection between breath, body, and mind. Let's place our palms together at heart center in that Manjali Mudra, and we can say one long Om together to start the class. So inhale deeply. Release your hands and put them behind your back. And then as you exhale, bend forward from the waist and surrender to Mother Earth. Inhaling, coming back up. Release your hands again, and with a few gentle blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Okay, so let's begin by taking our position on the mat, all fours, hands directly under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we're just going to do a few cat-cow stretches. So working with the breath in time with the movements. Let's inhale long, slow and deep as we raise the chin and chest up. The tailbone goes up too. And then exhaling, pushing away, rounding the back. Inhale. You can work at your own rhythm. And exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing to a neutral position, and let's move our knees slightly closer together and the hands slightly closer together. This time we're going to extend the right arm out and the left leg out, and still try to get that movement of the back if you can. So let's inhale, right arm goes forward, left arm goes back, and we're bending the spine slightly, looking up. And then exhaling, releasing the hand and the leg, and bringing the knee all the way to the chin while we round the back. Keeping with the same arm and leg, let's stretch out again as we inhale. And exhaling, knee to the chin once more as we round the back. Third one on this side, inhale. Exhaling. Another one here on this side. Exhaling. And the last one, inhale. Exhale. Releasing and changing. Left arm, right leg, inhale. Exhaling, bringing the knee to the chin or the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And the last one, inhale. And exhale. And releasing. Let's widen the knees now, sinking the buttocks back on the heels and stretching forward, finding our resting warrior. A nice long extension of the spine, and allow the breath to go long and slow and deep. And then let's slowly make that transition to up dog, so lying the belly down on the mat and just working within your comfortable limit. If this is the first back bend of today for you, keep the legs active, shoulders away from the ears and elbows in, just allowing the breath to move slowly, being in the present moment and observing the body's reactions. On the next exhale, we're going to tuck our toes and push back into down dog. And you can start that, as always, on the tiptoes with the knees bent if you need to, so that you can really get that lovely straight back, engaging the shoulders and the arms before working the heels down towards the mat. Just a few breaths here. And make sure you're really pushing away with the arms as we raise the left leg up and come into down dog splits. Toes pointed of the left foot. Just keep pushing away. Just a few breaths here. When we release this left leg, we're going to kick it forward and all the way over to the right side. So that left foot is going to go between the right foot and the right hand as far forward as you can, to the outside of the right hand. So let's do that now. Kicking forward with the left foot, out to the right side, and now turning, opening up that right shoulder. Right hand goes up, and we're looking towards that outstretched right hand, keeping the hips high. Just a few breaths here. And then we're going to slowly release that right arm, place it back where it was, and come back into down dog briefly. Just finding that down dog again, making sure the back is really stretched. You're bringing the chin back down and looking towards the navel just for a couple of breaths. And now let's raise the right leg up with the toes pointed. We're down dog splits on the other side now. And then as before, but on the other side, we're going to release this right foot down, kick it all the way forward and over to the left side this time. So let's do that now. And this time turning and opening the left shoulder, stacking the left shoulder above the right, keeping the right elbow slightly soft, and we're looking up towards the outstretched left hand now. Feel the work. Just be there with your breath. Just one more long breath here. And now release that left arm and come back briefly to your down dog. Well done. And now release the knees down onto the mat. Coming back briefly just to the tabletop position. Let's widen the knees a tiny bit. Sink with the buttocks back. Stretch out into child's pose, but we're not going to stay here for long. We're just going to find this nice long straight back. And then we're going to lift the hips up and slide forward into puppy dog. So we're aiming to have the hips more or less above the knees, and then just keep extending and perhaps laying the chest down onto the mat if you can. Slowly coming back to all fours. Bring the knees slightly closer together. And once you've found your all fours position, then we're going to thread the needle with the arms. So the left arm is going to come under the right arm, between the right hand and the knee, with the palm facing up, and then you're going to lay the left shoulder down so that you can feel that lovely spinal twist. The left cheek is on the mat and you're looking towards that outstretched left hand. Just for a couple more breaths. Slowly coming back to all fours, and then let's repeat that on the other side. So the right arm now stretches between the left hand and the left knee, Palm facing up as we lay that right shoulder down and the right cheek. And then slowly releasing again. Let's push up into down dog for the last time in this sequence. Just a couple of breaths here. And then we're going to walk the feet towards the hands, or you can jump towards the hands. Either way, we're going to arrive at the front of the mat. Let's do that now. And then with the knees soft, throw the arms forward, keeping that lovely straight back and inhaling, coming up. And then releasing the arms. Well done. Let's take a quick balance now, and one of the most basic ones is the tree pose, Vriksasana. So let's do that together, grounding down into the feet. And then we're going to peel that left foot away from the floor. Place the sole of the foot either on the calf or the thigh, but not on the knee, and really turn that left knee out. Feel the work. Hands at heart center, and when you're ready, you can raise the arms up. And then slowly release the hands and release the leg. If you need to kick either of the feet out to release any tension, let's do that and then move straight on to the other side. So grounding down once more, finding your equilibrium. And now it's turn for the right foot to find its place either on the calf or the thigh. Turning that right knee out as much as you can, hands at heart center, and then raising the arms up. Really extending the arms so that the upper arms are near to the ears. Last long breath here. And then slowly releasing the arms and release the leg. Well done. At the front of our mat once more, we're going to do another and this time raise the left knee up as high as you can, keeping the spine uplifted, and try and raise that left knee, hugging it into the chest, just balancing on the right leg. Just for a couple of breaths. And then just before we release the knee, try to hold it there and release the hands. Just for a couple more breaths. You can release that left knee down now. And let's repeat on the other side. So now raising up the other knee, squeezing it in tight to the chest. Standing nice and tall with the spine uplifted. And we're showing the knee where it needs to stay. So keep the knee there. Releasing the hands just for a couple more breaths. And then slowly releasing the right leg. Well done. Let's just circle the hips round just a couple of times. First one way and then the other. Just to release any tension, coming back to the center, standing nice and tall. This time we're going to raise the left knee and the left arm is going to slide down inside the thigh and try to grab that left big toe. So let's do that now. Raising the left knee, grabbing the left toe. The right hand can come on the hip. And then standing nice and tall, just extend that left leg out in front of you whilst you hold the big toe. Doesn't matter that the left leg is not completely straight, just try to keep the spine uplifted. Keep the breath going long and slow. We're only here for another one more long breath. And now slowly release that left leg. Changing now as we ground down into the left foot. Raise the right knee up, reaching down to grab that right big toe, standing nice and tall, left hand on the left hip, and extending the right leg now. And now let's slowly release the right leg and relax the arms and shoulders. Well done. Let's have a giant step back with the right foot and we come into warrior one. So we're still facing forward, the short edge of the mat. Nice long stance, strong back leg, grounding down evenly into both feet and then raising the hands up. You can bring the palms so that they're touching and you can look up towards the hands as well if you want to. And then keeping that nice long stance, we're going to release the hands and now turn the hips so that we work sideways onto the mat and come into warrior two. Arms going back up and we're looking over our left shoulder now down towards the left middle finger. Feel the work on the hips now because they're completely turned to the side and we're just having a few breaths here. From here, we're going to move into Parsva Konasana, side angle. So the left hand can go down onto the mat or the left forearm onto the knee, whichever you prefer. And then we're going to scoop the right hand all the way forward and only when we're reaching as far forward as we can, opening the shoulders to create that beautiful straight line between the wrist and the ankle. Looking up towards that right hand, trying to keep the breath long and slow. One more long breath here. And then slowly releasing the right arm, pushing back to the center. Keep the feet parallel now, and the knees soft. We're facing the long edge of the mat once more, and now let's take a nice forward fold. Leading with the chin and chest, help keeping that straight back, and then releasing down as much as you can. You can allow the hands to slide down the calves towards the ankles and the floor. And let's come up the same way we went down with a nice straight back. So inhaling, leading with the chin and chest. Coming all the way up. And bringing the feet together. Well done. Let's repeat that on the other side. So we're going to do a giant step back with the left foot now. Nice long stance with the right knee bent towards 90 degrees, hips facing the short edge of the mat. Warrior one, raising the arms up and looking up towards the hands if you feel for it today. Feel that lovely long stance, really grounding down evenly into the front and the back foot. Just one more long breath here. And now releasing the hands, opening the hips to the side as we work into Warrior Two. So now turning the hips to the long edge of the mat. Raising the arms up, and this time looking over the right shoulder. We're going to move into Parsva Konasana on this side now, so allowing the right hand to go down to the mat or the right forearm on the knee. Scooping that left hand as far forward as possible and then opening up the shoulders. And we can release that left arm now. Pushing back, feet parallel, and we're going to take one more forward bend. You can interlock the hands behind the back if you'd prefer, giving the upper arms and the back a little stretch, and then bending forward, leading with the chin and chest. Nice, long, straight back as we release all the way down. and allowing the arms to come over as much as possible. And this actually helps us to bend deeper into this forward fold. On the next inhale, let's come back up with a nice straight back. Releasing the arms and bringing the feet together. Well done. Let's sit down on the mat now without using our hands if we can. And extending the legs in front of us. Finding the staff pose now, Dandasana. So engaging the legs, pulling the feet back towards you. Hands can just be placed on the mat just beside the hips. Really bringing your full attention to lifting the spine up. So the head stretches towards the heavens. Just keep breathing your nice, long, slow breaths. And on the next inhale, we can raise the arms to help us. Urdhva Dandasana, so let's do that. Inhaling, raising the arms up and stretching the fingers towards the heavens now. Just using the arms to pull the upper body higher, stretch the spine more, creating that extra space between the vertebrae that helps us maintaining beautiful health with the spine. And then we're going to bend forward and try to grab hold of the big toes. If that seems difficult for you, then you can bend the knees. Let's try to do that now. Bend the knees if you need to, grabbing hold of the big toes with the first two fingers, and then pull away from the feet, opening the chest, trying to create as much space as you can between the arms and the legs here. This helps us to keep a nice straight back once more. Looking forward, breathing deeply. And now we're going to move into Paschimottanasana, intense forward fold. So just allowing the chest to come down towards the knees, increasing the stretch. And as I said before, if you need the bent knees, then that's absolutely fine. Working the chin towards the shins. With each exhale, just letting go. Making sure that the heels are about hip width apart and placing the hands just forward of the hips. Let's move into Catuspadasana, reverse tabletop. So we're going to pivot on the heels. As we inhale, drive the knees forward, lift the pelvis up as high as you can, really activating the thigh muscles, squeezing the glutes together. And the neck can stay neutral, or if you want to release the head back, then you can do that now. We're just holding this posture just for a few breaths. And then we're going to slowly release the buttocks back between the hands. So let's do that now. Well done. And now let's lie down on the mat, bringing the knees into the chest. So let's squeeze the lower back down onto the mat, hugging the knees in tight to the chest. With each exhale, just letting go if there's any tension built up in the hips, in the lower back, in the groin. And we can roll slightly from right to left as well, just tiny movements. Just so that the lower part of the spine gets a little massage. Let's release the hands now so that the hands are pushing down into the mat, stretching the hands to where the feet were. And now let's extend the legs towards the ceiling, so pointing the toes. We're engaging the tummy muscles now. Toes pointed towards the ceilings. And then let's just flex the ankles, so drawing the feet towards you and then pointing the toes again. Flexing the feet and pointing. And you can do this as fast as you like. We're going to repeat this up to 10 times. Flexing, pointing, flexing, pointing. All the while the stomach's engaged, the core's engaged. Strong work's going on the hips. And now finish with the toes pointed. And then let's split the legs open. So we're still there with the feet as high as we can, but now we've allowed the ankles to come open. Right leg to the right side, left to the left. Perhaps your legs are shaking a little bit now. That's absolutely fine. As long as there's no pain, just working within your comfortable limit. Just for another couple more breaths. And then we're going to slowly bring the legs back up with the toes pointed. And then slowly release them down onto the mat, keeping the legs straight. Keeping that tummy muscles engaged all the way down onto the mat. Well done. Bring the knees into the chest once more. Give them a quick hug. Another little roll from right to left. And then we're going to move on to happy baby. So the soles of the feet now towards the ceiling, reaching in between the knees to grab the outer edges of the feet if you can. If not, the ankles is fine. And then you're drawing the feet back down towards the mat. The knees come to the outer edges of the torso. That's where they're going. And we use the arms to pull the feet deeper. You're in this supine squat pose now. Powerful work on the hips and the groin. Just be there for a few breaths, feeling the work. And then let's slowly release the legs down onto the mat now. We're going to relax in our Savasana, so just finding that comfortable position where you're not going to move just for a few minutes. Allow the ankles to flop open. Arms away from the body with the palms facing up if you can. Slightly lengthen the back of the neck. That might mean tucking the chin in very slightly, and then just let everything go. Just release, relax. Allow your breath to find its own natural rhythm. Don't try to change the breath in any way. Relaxing the feet completely. The toes are relaxed and the ankles are relaxed. And you allow that relaxation to spread up the legs. The hips and the pelvis feel heavy and weigh down into the mat. Relax the buttocks. And the lower back is relaxed. The middle back and the upper back, just letting go. And now bring your attention to the hands and the wrists and relax them too. Relax the arms all the way up into the shoulders. And you can relax the whole of the back side of the body now. And as your breathing settles and stabilizes, slows down, and so does your heart rate too. And with each gentle exhale, you just relax even more. Now bring your attention to the head and specifically the jaw. Relax the jaw now and allow the tongue to feel heavy in the mouth. Relax all the small muscles around the cheeks and the jaw, around the temples and the forehead, and especially that area between the eyebrows that we call the third eye center. Relaxing all of the muscles and the face and the head so that the face feels soft and droopy. And if you can detect any tension anywhere in the body, let it go now, relaxing completely. And this beautiful state of deep relaxation is where the healing happens. After our practice, it's so important to have these couple of minutes of deep physical rest and relaxation. But now we're coming back to the present moment. You can inhale slightly deeper now and begin to move the fingers and toes. Extend the right arm up towards the ceiling and then all the way back behind you. Bend the left knee and place the left foot flat on the floor and then roll over onto your right side just for 1 or 2 breaths. Keeping your eyes closed, let's try to come back up to a seated position with the spine uplifted. We'll place the palms together at heart center and finish the class with one long Om together. So inhaling deeply. Release the hands, just rub the palms gently together. And place them over your eyes. Feel the warmth. Gently massage around the eye socket, the temples and the forehead. And then release the hands and gently open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Keep practicing and check our YouTube channels for more of these videos. I'll see you soon.